students, welcome to another video. Now in today's session, we'll be trying to talk about quite a lot of interesting current affairs news that we have seen from the start of July till date. So let's try to start with it. Let's begin. So the first news that we are discussing is India ranks 5th in Gen AI innovations and China is the one that leads this thing. So India is ranking 5th with generative AI, which is artificial intelligence innovations. Now this is trailing behind China, the United Nations, Republic of Korea and Japan. Similarly, when we try to talk about China, it tops with 38,210 patents. US, which is the second one, which ranks with 6,276 patents, and the Republic of Korea, which is the third with 4,155 patents. Japan, on the other hand, is fourth, and here we are seeing 3,409 patents. India has had a patent range from 2014 to 23 with 1,350 patents. So try to study about this, and when I try to talk about this, we have overtaken United Kingdom which is currently in the 6th rank with 714 patents and Germany with 708 patents. Now Indian patent include retail AI assistance solution by RN Chidakashi Technologies, which is micro robotics, and Tata Consultancy Services, Gen AI tool for contract life cycle management. So make sure that you're going through these things. Now coming to the next one, another very important news, and a news that is very important in terms of understanding the Paris Olympics, as well as not only with regards to this, but the past that has also been involved here. So Indian Olympic Association announced that India will continue the tradition of having 2 flag bearers for the Paris, and this is for a this is in terms of promoting both the genders. And here's when I'm trying to talk about this, the Paris Olympics of 2024, following the precedent set at the Tokyo one for 2020. So what are we seeing? PV Sindhu will be the female flag bearer. So she's a badminton ace and she's being chosen from the Indian contingent. And this, she holds a silver medal at 2016 Rio Olympics, a bronze medal at 2020 Tokyo Olympics, and the first Indian woman to win 2 individual Olympic medals. Similarly, Sharath Kamal, he is a veteran table tennis player. He will be serving as the male flag bearer. Now his achievements here are 13th time Commonwealth Games medalist, participated in 4 Olympic Games, which is 2004, 2008, 2016 and 2020. Similarly, he's also he's also been awarded with Padma Shri in the year 2019. Now understanding this, the Olympic Association's president for India is what? PT Usha. Then Indian Olympics Association was founded in the year 1927. And similarly, the headquarters of Indian Olympic Association is in New Delhi, India. Now make sure that you're reading about these news. We come to the next one, which is NASA's Curie. What is this? The CubeSat Radio Interferometry Experiment, which is also known as Curie. It is to study the origin of radio waves emanating from the sun. The mission here is utilizing low frequency radio interferometry, which aims to address the mysterious origins of solar radio emissions, and particularly those that are linked to solar flares and coronal mass ejections. Make sure when we are trying to study about sun and solar missions, India has already completed something, or India has started with some thing with regards to the solar mission. So don't forget to study about that as well. Now the goal of this mission is to investigate solar radio waves, study solar flares and CMEs, and similarly advanced radio astronomy. So make sure that you're going through this. And when I try to talk about solar radio emissions, what is it? There are types of it. There is thermal brainstorming emission, then you have gyromagnetic emission, and you have plasma emission. So make sure that you're studying through and studying about all of these emissions. Now we come to the next important news, that is Rudram 1. What is this? Basically, it is a new generation anti-radiation missile, also known as Rudra. It is the first indigenous anti-radiation missile of the country, which has been developed by DRDO. And if you see here in the image itself, you can see that it is integrated on the Su-30 MKI fighter aircraft as the launch platform, having capabilities of varying ranges, which is based on the launch condition. It has INS GPS navigation, and similarly with passive homing head for the final attack. The Rudram hit the radiation target with pinpoint accuracy. So it is very important for us to understand these things. Now when I try to talk about this, as I mentioned earlier, developed by Defense Research and Development Organization for the Indian Air Force. This missile is integrated with IAF Sukhoi 30 MKI fighters, as mentioned earlier, and the capability is pivotal for the suppression of enemy air defense missions, which enables or enabling the IAF to neutralize enemy radars and communication system from extended ranges. So make sure again that you're going through this news as well. Now, understanding this, the technical specifications when I try to talk about Rudram 1 is, firstly, it is air to surface missile. The range is somewhere between 250 kilometers. The speed is supersonic guidance. When I try to talk about the system, passive homing head for targeting radiation emissions. Similarly, the launch platform is capable for being launched from Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighters. The missile's integration with Su-30 MKIs allows the IAF to conduct SEAD operation deep within enemy territory, neutralizing critical air defense installations. Make sure that you're going through this news. Now we come to the fifth news for today, which is 3D hologram technology. Recently we got to know that Japan has issued first of its new banknotes in the last 2 decades. Now this new yen banknotes are packed with 3D hologram technology to combat counterfeiting. So more importantly, Japan or its currency se zyada important is the 3D hologram technology. So try to study about that. Now this is a 3-dimensional image formed by the interference of light beams from a laser or other coherent light source. It creates the illusion of a 3D object in the space. Similarly, when I try to talk about the history of this, 1947, the concept was proposed by Denis Gabor, a Hungarian-British physicist. He later received a Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1971. In the 60s, development of the laser enabled practical holography happened. And similarly, in the 90s, we could see the advancements in the computer technology, which was facilitated digital holography. So make sure that you're going through this news and trying to understand about the hologram technology. Now, I come to the sixth news, which is new president in Iran. Now, with regards to this news, what are we seeing? The new president, he has who's emphasizing on civil liberties, greater gender equality, socio-economic development, as well as increased engagement with international community, having challenges ahead. The challenges ahead are for the new president-elect are what US sanctions, relation with the West, Iran's nuclear program, economic reforms and inflation, women's rights and social policies, and similarly rights of Kurds and minorities. So make sure that you're going through this, understanding Iran and India's relation as well. Okay, coming to the second last news for today, which is the Tata Power launching Ghar Ghar Solar initiative in the UP or Uttar Pradesh. Now this system has launched, basically Tata Power's solar system has launched the Ghar Ghar Solar initiative, which is starting from Varanasi and aimed to providing every home with clean energy through rooftop solar solutions. Now this initiative promises substantial financial savings and environmental benefits for the residents of Uttar Pradesh. Now the residents can avail maximum subsidy for up to 1,08,000 on the rooftop solar installations, which is combining central and state government subsidies. Similarly, installing a 3 kilowatt solar rooftop can save residents up to 27,000 rupees of annual electricity bills. with the potential to generate 12 units of electricity every day. So which is a very good initiative and important for us to go through this. Similarly, when you are going through this, try to study the central government's initiative with regards to solar energy. Now we come to the next important as well as another news, which is Dr. Soumya Swaminathan appointed as the principal advisor for National TB Elimination Program. Now when I try to talk about this, she has been appointed as the principal advisor for the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program at the Union Ministry for Health and Family Welfare. Now this appointment is pro bono basis, which means that she will serve this role without any compensation, and this gesture highlights her dedication for the public health services and her commitment, of course, to fight to work on the fight that India is having against tuberculosis. Now Dr. Swaminathan's background, when I try to discuss, is what earlier to this she has served as a chief scientist for WHO. Similarly, she was the former Director General for ICMR, which is Indian Council for Medical Research. Similarly, the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program is India's comprehensive initiative aimed to achieve ambitious target of ending TB by the year 2025, which is the upcoming year, and 5 years ahead of the Global Sustainable Development Goal target. So one of our SDG target is this as well. Make sure that you're going through all of these news. As I say in every session, memory has its own memory. So make sure that you're going through these news and writing about it, writing the present, writing the past, and the future impact of this as well. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and all the best.